And when you're looking for an acquisition or an investment, you know, you mentioned obviously I know Stuart, Fenton and Woolf Partners have acquired you now. How do you sort of assess if they're going to be the right culture, the right fit for you when you're actually dealing with them?
I think it's about asking questions, but I have to admit that we knew from the get-go when we had our very first meeting with Andrea, Stuart and others, we saw very like-minded individuals. They are passionate about the technology. They're passionate about people. That really matters to me. They are about how you can grow quickly, how you can put the right people in the right place. But also one of the things I loved about them from the beginning is they were very honest. They weren't scared to say where we lacked the experience, what we needed to break through that. So there was a very, very honest relationship from the beginning about how we can push that forward. Also, it was very impressive what they'd done already. There was an experienced leadership team there that had a proven track record of success in doing exactly what we wanted to do, which was taking that small business and scaling it up. What they'd done with Quantic had just happened, and that was very fresh in the market's mind. So everybody knows that they had that track experience. So it was the culture fit, the way they embrace technology, which I love, the way they embrace people, which I love even more, and also their past experience. It just seemed like a perfect fit almost from the beginning.
I noticed on your profile that you've joined the sort of Scottish Women in Technology Board. How does that organisation to support women in the tech field?
I've been a member of Scotland Women on the board of Scotland Women Technology for about 5 years now, and I think it's only myself and Silke Patel, our chair, who are left from the original group, and they are a phenomenal group of individuals who truly believe in pushing that dial. I think it's really important to have something externally that can help you push and grow that, because when you're caught up in the day-to-day business, Akari is not about being female founder, being female led. It's about delivering the best technology to our clients and working with that. So having that passion as my side project has been really, really helpful. They have done some amazing things over the last couple of years. So for example, we delivered a cyber skill training for females completely for free, where the most recent cohort of graduates have just graduated. So we're starting to help people who might have that barrier to entry we discussed have accessibility to training that they might not have been able to afford. And we're also working with organisations to try and get them placements. We're doing the SWIT Awards this year where we celebrate. It's all about celebrating, championing and investing in women. So we're doing them this year to champion and celebrate the women again, which we've not been able to do for a few years due to COVID. But they're a great organisation, charity organisation, and it's all about driving that momentum forward for females in technology in Scotland and beyond.
Right. And once you've got the announcement to the market, which obviously happened very recently with Stuart, Fenton and Woolf Partners, exciting news. It's obviously, I saw it out on CRN as well. What are now the future goals for Akari now Stuart and Woolf Partners are involved?
So it was, I'll be very honest, like a baptism of fire. They bring with them a lot of skills that we did not have in regards to leadership and organisation. That's not to say we were not good, but they are definitely at the next level. So the investment was instant, particularly in organic growth. So as you might have seen, we've got 30 open roles for recruitment. We've already started hiring in technical sales. The biggest focus we're going to be putting on just now is doing more focus on what we do and how we do it. So the first thing we did is looked at where we're really successful, and where we've been really successful has been per platform. We were doing a lot in per platform that fits into everything we've just discussed, because it's that level playing field. The automation can start to change how we work. It can change barriers to entry. It can change organisations and how they can free up the time that people are currently spending on things they don't want to do. And we've seen so many successes in Akari of that, working with some really great enterprise level clients. So we wanted to focus on that far faster and deeper. But it was also a bit of a baptism of fire for me, because I moved away from the CEO role, which is now headed up by Andrea Bright, and she is the perfect person for that, because I hated the operational financial side of it, which she has a full understanding of how every element of that business works. She is a dream to work with. But I was always more focused on the sales and marketing side. But I would probably have said before this, I knew and understood marketing, but no, I didn't. The level of knowledge that I have uncovered over marketing the last 4 to 5 weeks has been absolutely unbelievable, and how we can focus on building our marketing, building our brand, how we can get out there more to people, how we do the marketing for the net cost of zero, because we're still a small business. We're scaling up to be a large one, but we still have to make sure that we're doing it in a way that's controlled. So it's been a lot of change. It feels like it's only been 5 weeks, but in ways it feels far longer, but also far shorter, because we've achieved so much in the last 5 weeks that I would not have thought was possible. But there's still very much a mountain to grow. When Stuart and I talk a lot, we talk a lot about being at the bottom of Everest. But Everest is just a really big hill. You just have to manage your climb up there. And that's been a really, really interesting part of it. The sales team, we have focused on recruiting really experienced sellers to grow and develop that. And I think that's going to be a lot easier for us to push that forward. I mean, our pipeline's doubled. And I think that's a massive change for a small business to take on. But we have to make sure we're then managing the recruitment for technology in the same way, because we want to deliver the excellence that we're now selling. So we've got the technical team growing. So I think the biggest changes has been the massive expansion of the team, the new skills we've had to learn and pick up. And the best thing about it has been that overwhelming framework that has been sort of built around us to show us how we can manage this scale effectively. How can we do everything we want to do, but do in a way that's controlled and organised? And that was something that we did lack in Akari, because we were very much passionate and driven, but we lacked that layer, that framework of organisational management. And that's been the biggest change, but in a very positive way. The future looks like very much the same. We want to be recognised as the best independent power platform partner in the UK. And that's a big ask, but we've got some great clients. We've got some even better teammates, and I think it can be really easily achieved. So that's the goal that I'm now heading for just now, and also letting people know what we're doing, how we're doing it, because that's part of my role now.
Sounds great. Sounds great. One of the things I normally find when an investor comes in, or an acquisition of any kind, sometimes the two cultures change, or the actual plan of the culture change. How have you and Stuart tried to balance actually maintaining the Akari culture, but as you scale?
So I have to admit, I think a big part of that has been driven by Andrea. So Andrea
Right.
Bright's our new CEO, and obviously she's the one that's had to manage that. She was part of Quantic, so she knows Stuart, Derek, our CFO, and the non-exec directors that joined us very well, and she understands those personalities. But she took a lot of time getting to know our personalities and how they all fit together. I think the biggest key thing that I've learned from what she's brought to the table is about always being honest with each other, about looking what we're trying to do and course correcting ourselves, about looking at where we shine. What is the thing you do really well at? So for example, with me, I love talking about Akari. I love getting the Akari message out there. I love Microsoft. So marketing and alliances was the perfect fit for me. So focusing on doing that and not trying to spread myself too thin. Looking at people like Natalie, who's our business development director, director of sales. We've got Kimberly, who's our director of services, Lindsay, director of operations. They all came from Akari of old. It's about what they have done is looked at where all our strengths were and fitted those strengths to how we grow together. But although that has also been a large part of Stuart, I think Andrea has the credit of being able to pull all that together, look at all our strengths and weaknesses, and make sure we all fit where we need to be. And we do that going forward, but we do it together. So we very much rely on each other. We talk to each other constantly, consistently. A lot of the times when you hear about an investment or buyout, it's very much a private equity firm maybe investing money into the organisation, which Woolf have very much done, but the organisation still runs with the same leadership team, maybe about training. It's not been like that at all. So Stuart, Andrea, Derek in particular are daily in the Akari team. They're a member of Akari now. It's about we're all teammates driving towards the same goal. They're working on the business day to day. Our non-exec directors are really heavily involved as well. So it's been very different from what I would have probably assumed a private equity deal would be like, or an investment deal, because it's been about creating a brand new company. We were talking about that this week, and it's almost like Akari old and Akari new. And it's not that there was anything that bad about Akari old, but Akari old was stuck, and it was going to be stuck there. Akari new has almost been released. It's about taking off those brakes, taking off what was holding us back, and us all driving towards it together. So that's been a really interesting challenge, but it's been a lot of fun. The last 5 weeks have shown how well people, when they're working together towards the same common goal, can actually work together.